What's up, fight fans? Top of the morning to you. This is Kurt DeVille with Counterpunch Boxing News, and I have some new news concerning Frank Warren. Frank Warren had this to say about Anthony Joshua. He said, quote, Joshua, lack of ambition amazes me. Frank Warren hits back on the Fury versus Ngannou comments simply because now, let me counterpunch. Frank Warren is really responding to Anthony Joshua. He's responding to Joshua, Usyk, John Fury, sometimes Eddie Hearn, whoever says anything derogatory or non-positive about Francis Ngannou and Tyson Fury. And the strange thing is, he says Joshua's lack of ambition amazes me. You know, it's so crazy for Frank to say something that ironic. You know what I mean? Because if anybody should have a lack of ambition, it's Tyson Fury. Why would a man that's the WBC heavyweight champion of the world decide now in his career, the highlight, you know, with one of the best trainers that took him from dancer, pillow puncher to abrupt power, aggressive slugger slash boxer puncher, Javen Sugar Hill, why would you now decide to fight Francis Ngannou, a guy that's, first of all, that's never boxed, that isn't a professional boxer. He comes from a different platform, a different sport, UFC. You know, why would you call that ambitious? That's what you call ambitious? You know, and it's crazy because Joshua was a guy they wanted to fight because they knew they wanted the money. And they knew they didn't want to take really another risk, because why would they take another risk? Right? Fighting Derek Chisora last year. Dillian White was a mandatory, so that one, yeah, okay, I understand that one, because that was really in favor for somebody that was waiting for an opportunity that they deserved, which was Dillian White. 1,000 some odd days, 3-4 years or whatever, he waited, he finally got it, and he had his shot, and that's that. Okay, Dillian White. But everything else besides that, the Derek Chisora fight, bro, that fight was the worst choice that you could have ever chose. And that shows the most, or the biggest example of a person that lacks ambition. Okay? And talking about the Alexander Usyk fight, you guys played around with it and you abided for whatever Tyson Fury wanted you to do. You brought up and you redug up rematch clauses out of the blue. It's just like it's just stupid for him to say that about Anthony Joshua. Meanwhile, now I admit, Joshua did fight Jermaine Franklin. You know, he could have fought Otto Eileen. He could have fought Zhilei Zhang. He could have fought Filip Hrgovic. You know, there's a lot of fighters that he could have fought this year. But Anthony Joshua had just got with another trainer, and he's trying to be the best that he can do. He's not worried about you and Tyson Fury throwing 40% at him out of the blue. He's not worried about that. He's worried about getting better. He's worried about improving his skills, so he won't end up like he ended up June 1st of 2019. Okay, or September 23rd of 2021. Okay, he wants to be a better fighter overall, so he's working on that. Him and Derek James, and this is coming on his second fight. So that means this guy that's fought Jermaine Franklin and then Dillian White again, a guy that your fighter fought last year. Okay, he's fighting twice before your fighter even fights one, and really we can't even call that a first true fight, because it's not. That's a crossover fight between a guy that's not a boxer. How hard or how much of a challenge is he really going to be for Tyson Fury? I hope he's a big challenge. But if Tyson Fury mops the floor with him, everybody's going to say Tyson Fury cherry-picked just to avoid Usyk. And who's to say Tyson Fury didn't do that anyway? See, we really don't know if Tyson Fury chose to skip that opportunity for this crossover fight with Francis Ngannou. Nobody really knows that. You know, we don't really know if he was going to fight Joe Joyce or Zhang or not. We don't know. But we do know this. He had an opportunity to fight Joe Joyce, and he ducked Joe Joyce last year. So, I mean, really, what else is it? So how are we really, truly going to believe that Tyson Fury was going to fight Joe Joyce this year had he beat Zhilei Zhang? Especially if he would have beat Zhilei Zhang. You see what I mean? So, because if he would have beat Zhilei Zhang, he's okay. He's still a bona fide badass that beat up your little brother or your honorary brother, Joe Parker. You know what I mean? Beat him and stopped him and was the first to do it. You know you had to give him respect, but I think it equally concerned you getting in the ring with that particular fighter, Joe Joyce. So we don't really know if that fight would have happened either. That fight, the Zhang fight, the Joshua fight, the Usyk fight, you bullshitted that man so long, and then all you have to say, Frank, your fighter did all this bullshit, and then want to say that Anthony Joshua lacks ambition. The motherfucker with the best resume in the heavyweight boxing division to this day, you're going to say he lacks ambition. Bro, look at your fighter and think about the words you said about Anthony Joshua. But anyway, you guys tell me what you think about Frank Warren's comments on Anthony Joshua lacking ambition. Of course, please subscribe. And you guys been Counterpunch. Peace!